Okay, for the next section, we are going to learn how to build a snare or clap build up as part of this drum section. So, what we're going to do is basically have a snare pattern that plays and diminishes each time, getting shorter and shorter and shorter until the drop, and then it kind of opens up and drops into the main drum beat. So I'm going to show you how to make that today. So for the last few lessons, we've been working with MIDI tracks. In this lesson, we're going to work with audio tracks. So for this one, we want to right-click anywhere down the bottom here and go Insert Audio Track. Okay, then we have a new lane down the bottom. I want you to set the grid to start off with to quarter notes or crotchets. And we can zoom in on this section by moving our mouse to the top until it into the top slider, top bar, until it turns into a magnifying glass, clicking and dragging down, and it will actually zoom in on this section for us, just to help us see a bit better. Because this section in here is where our snare build-up or our clap build-up is going to go. So just to clarify, you can use snares or claps. It doesn't really matter. For this exercise, I'm going to use a clap sound. So I'm just going to find a drum sample that I like. Now, if you don't have a heap of samples of your own, I will add some to this website to have your own sample pack. Everything you need to be able to make this track anyway. So I like clap number 4. So I'm going to drag and drop clap number 4 into this audio track down here. So now the clap is on the track. If I play it, it's in there. So I'm going to shorten it just to fit with this crotchet beat. Okay, so as you can see, it's divided into 4, it's quarter notes. And I can now copy and paste this clap to fill up this first half of this bar. So I can either do this the really long way and right-click, copy, right-click, paste. Okay. And right click again. It seems a bit tedious. Or you can just click on the slot you want it to go and press Control V. So if I'm clicking each time, pressing Control V, I'm building up my clap pattern here. Now if I highlight all of this and press Control C, which is just copy, okay, click where I want the next one to start and press Control V, okay, it will copy that whole pattern and keep it going. So if we play this part from here, we hear what it sounds like. All right, in this next half of the build-up, we want the notes to get faster. So let's set it to 8th notes, and I'm going to just copy, so Control-C, or just right-click, click where you want it to go, Control-V, and I'm going to drag this down so it fits perfectly into this slot. And just the same deal, Control-C to copy, Control-V to paste, Control-V, clicking in each time where I want the next one to start. When I've done this, I'm going to highlight this section, press Control-C to copy all of them, Control-V, okay, and then we have built up our next section. From here, I want to make it even faster. So let's make it 16th notes. I'm going to just click up the top, drag down, and zoom in so we can see this bar. And now we can see each 16th note slot in this section. So again, copy or Control-C, Control-V, shorten the note to fit into this slot, and then Control-C on that one, Control-V, clicking in where you want it to go, highlighting all 4, Control-C to copy, Control-V again, Control-V again, Control-V. So this is our build-up so far. Let's have a listen to it. If I can get back to it, here we go. All right, in this last bar, we could make it go even faster, up to 30 seconds notes, and that's a fine technique, and people do that a lot, but it does get a little bit messy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a more interesting kind of rhythm in this last bar. I'm going to bring the grid back to 16th notes, and I'm going to make something along the lines of, just bear with me here, I'm going to drag that one out. And you can kind of experiment with a different kind of fill. And then here. So in this last bar, I've got like a bit more of an interesting rhythm. So let's listen to it in full. into the next section, which is our drop. Now, a very common technique is to have everything above your percussion part to finish at the same time as your last clap. So I'll give you an example here. Let's grab our chords and bring them back so they line up with our last clap down here. Likewise with this melody here. And this bass line, because it's a looped track, we can't actually bring it back. But that's okay. What we can do is just highlight, click, and drag the section that we kind of want to get rid of, and just hit the delete key on your keyboard, and that'll get rid of it from there and create the new loop that starts there. So now let's listen to this section again just from the halfway point and see how it kind of builds up and ends on that last clap. So having that space there will add the kind of effect of this drop being much bigger than it actually is. So having some silence just with the clap tapering off there in the end will make this drop seem much bigger when we get right into building this drop up. All right, go ahead and add this clap build up or something similar to your composition, and we'll come back with the next lesson, which will be building the drop drum beat.